Hey guys, shout out to my lawnmower club. This video is for you guys, if you're watching. So, in this video I'm going to be replacing this carburetor. This is Briggs Quantum engine. Let's see here. So you're going to need a 8mm socket to get off this bolt right here for the air filter assembly. Unscrew that. I got a brand new air filter in it. I take care of my machines. Set that aside. So now you're going to need an 8mm socket to get off these 3 bolts right here that hold on the air filter housing. There we go. 1 bolt. Just 2. There's 3. You just pull off the air filter base. Careful with all the gaskets. There we go. Good. Needs the primer bulb replaced, but we'll replace that later. If you have any gunk on here, you're going to want to scrape that up. This carburetor is not going to be reused, but I'm going to keep it anyway, just for stabilization. So I'll bring in this carburetor to show you all in class. That is your governor linkage that controls the speed of the engine. I'm just putting on a fuel shutoff because there's a little bit of gas in the engine, in the gas tank. So I want to shut off that fuel flow. A pair of pliers. Pull off the fuel line. There we go. Fuel line's off. I also came with a new primer bulb and a HIPAA spark plug, which is a Chinese brand for Amazon, and a pair of gaskets. So, let's get off this carburetor. And also, you got to make sure that you can reconnect this little breather hose down here next to the back of this port. We're going to take off 2 3/8 of 10mm bolts on the back of the carb. I'm using my electric bracket. Just going to pop out 2 bolts. Make sure you don't lose them. Disconnect the old carb by just the linkage. Remove the carb, put it to the side. Then we got our brand new carb. You gotta make sure that it looks the exact same as the old carb. And it looks exactly like it, so put it on the engine now. So you're just going to take your governor linkage, put it in that hole right on top right there, fold it right in, push it up against the back, make sure that that's sealed real well. If it's not, you get a brand new gasket in this. So I'm just going to replace that gasket since I have it on hand. If I didn't have it on hand, I wouldn't replace it. But I'll replace it since I got it. So take a flathead screwdriver and just pry it off. Oh yeah, yep, that thing definitely needs replacing. We'll grab a new one and compare it. Yep, here's your new one and new one, old one. You can see this one's a lot squished. The new one's not, and it's more puffy. So you're just going to take that and you're going to pop it back on the engine, right up against it. Push it up against the engine so it will seal very nicely. There we go. Then you're going to grab your electric ratchet and grab your two 10mm or 3/8 bolts. Put them on the back of the carb. Alright, just going to tighten the bolts up. Not too tight yet until you get everything situated. Just in case you pinch a gasket or something. There we go. There we go, nice and tight. Now you're going to grab your fuel line, just push it on to the port. The port's the exact same as on the old carb. Just going to loosen the fuel shut off. Loosen the fuel shut off. There we go. You're going to grab your new gasket, which mine was broken and ripped, so I got my new one here. Nice and perfect. Ready to be used on the new carb. Just got some gasket sealer on there, but it wasn't good enough. Best stuff, so I just got this new gasket. Alright, once you put on your gasket, you gotta make sure all the holes line up. You're gonna push this back on, make sure you connect the breather hose, push it up onto the engine. You're gonna want to put in up this top corner bolt first, just to hold it. You're gonna grab your other two bolts, push them into the carb. Make sure that that's sealing properly. Those two areas, then you're gonna grab your socket and 8mm. Put them in. Great. There we go. Put in this one. There we go. Show you nice and tight. There we go. There we go. Now you're going to try to prime it. Make sure that the engine is priming properly. Which ours is. So now I'm going to put this back on. Let's try starting this thing. Alright, goodbye.